Hi, Rich Carrubba for bowlingball.com. You know, bowling popularity has been on the rise again after a long time being stalemated. And we thought to keep in line with our emerging tradition last year of posting editorial articles, I wanted to draft one for you to read called Bowling Popularity, which discusses a little history of the game, gives you some data or facts about how many participants in leagues and competitors and centers and so on about bowling to help put this in perspective for you. And then, of course, I wanted to make some comments about bowling as a sport, as a recreation, and of course what it takes, how the USBC treats it in sport bowling conditions and competitive conditions in organizations around the country. It's a very long article to read. We invite you to do so, and you had to pass over it to get to this video clip, so please take some time to read it. I'm going to give you just the bullet points of what I wanted to communicate to you. Basically, I was trying to sell bowling because it's my opinion, mine only, that bowling is a sport and it's a recreation. It's both. And arguably, it's a business as well, isn't it? Because there is an industry in bowling. There are bowling centers. They do sell bowling. They sell bowling products. All that turns money. It turns revenue. The tournament organizations generate revenue. They pay out money. They generate entries. And so composite around the world, bowling is an industry, and therefore it's a business. So we have it as a recreation because we know a lot of people bowl from ages 8 to 80 or even older, and sometimes it's just social, recreational bowling, or it's bowling in the glow bowling or the cosmic bowling late at night, for example, or in the afternoons. Or it could just be going out and getting some practice in if you're a highly skilled bowler. So social bowling, recreational bowling, and as a business, we all know and agree it exists. There's been some discussion about sport bowling. My contention is simply this: bowlers are athletes. All sports, the people who compete or encounter athletic endeavors, I call them athletes. And so let's take a scale of 1 to 100, an arbitrary scale in bowling. So maybe someone that's just getting new to the game, maybe it's a senior citizen or even a little kid, starts bowling and they're not very good. We could put them at the low end of the athletic ability scale in bowling, in the bowling realm. And maybe the best bowlers in the world in history, Earl Anthony, Walter Ray Williams, and others, would be a 96 to 99 rating. I don't believe anybody has a perfect rating. And then everyone else, you and I, are in between. Okay? Now, if you took a second scale, and this is just hypothetical, of all the sports, bowling being included, you might rate bowling at the low end. You might rate it in the middle. It's up to you to make that decision. However, let's say it's a 5 or 6, very low rating. Let's say there's not many sports that take less athletic ability or skill than bowling. And let's say at the top end there's some highly skilled sports, track and field, for example, wrestling. I don't know. That it's arbitrary. You tell me what you think and rate the sports against each other. And then, of course, you can compare bowling, but all these sports and all people who compete in these sports or participate in the sports are athletes. That's my contention. The term sport itself, if you look up the raw meaning in the dictionary, it has nothing really to do with a defined athletic endeavor. And we just use that term to describe games or sporting activities, as we call them. Ranging from the Olympics all the way to the bowling center or a Little League baseball, you name it. So in my contention, everyone that bowls is an athlete, maybe just not as skilled as other sports or as skilled as other players. Okay? Now, we'd like to hear from you and your opinion. So read the article, post your comment at the bottom. Like to hear what you have to say about it. We've noticed there's already some dialogue and some people getting involved, so why don't you join the debate? Thanks for your time. We hope you enjoy the article. Thanks for visiting us at bowlingball.com.